Hello, I'm Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video. Imagine you're walking through a deep dark forest with just a little bit of sunshine shining through the canopy of trees above and fleckling the ground. For me, that kind of environment is what encompasses the energy of the crystal that I wanted to talk to you about, and that's moss agate, a type of chalcedony that instead of having the lines we normally associate with agates, it's kind of mossy kind of effect that goes all through the crystal. Now this crystal has been used for hundreds of years to be associated with plants, gardening and farming. It's also been used by shamans and magical workers of nature to help the warriors to draw the energy of the natural environment, and so they can go forth with that strength and power that nature brings to us. So let's find out how you can draw from nature using your moss agate in working in today's life. Moss agate is great to use for any new beginnings. You can use it to bring in manifestation of money, but it's not going to bring it in overnight. So you can substitute it instead of using a citrine or a turquoise or a jade or an aventurine that may bring money a little bit quicker, but the advantage of this is it brings it in more stably and steadily. It's not so volatile. So if you're looking at starting a new business or you need to start changing your income, but you're ready to do it gradually and slowly but stably, this is great to use in that way. Also great if you want to expand your networks. If you're moving to a new area or starting a new job and you want to make new friends. Again, you want those stable long-term friends, moss agate is going to be great. It can also help children, especially shy children who are starting at a new school. Just get them carry a bit in their pocket and bit by bit they'll start to make friends that will last a long, long time. This is also a great crystal for midwives and anyone involved in the birth of a new child. It helps to facilitate a smooth birth process. So anywhere where you want something to go smoothly and doesn't need to be rushed, then moss agate is going to help you with those new beginnings. Moss agate is great for helping you to connect with plants, even communicate and truly understand what they're trying to say to you. So for this reason, it's often nicknamed the gardener's stone. Now if you've got a bit of a black thumb and tend to kill plants, then work with your moss agate to understand what they need. Sit there and meditate with them, and the best way to really work with them is to start a garden. Whether you've got a small balcony and just have a few pot plants, or whether you actually have a nice garden that you can start to work with. After you've planted the plants, you can plant some moss agate in there to help their growth, plus meditate with the crystal and actually ask the crystal, what does each of these plants need? Does it need more water? Does it need some fertilizer, more sunlight, and different things like that. If you want to crop, if you're this is great for horticulturists, for farmers and all people like that as well. For a large crop or a large garden, grid 8 of these around the perimeter of the area to make sure the crop's abundant. Now if you're working in a drought-ridden area, there's a little bit of magic you can do. What you do in the 4 corners of the area, you bury a moss agate, a red jasper and pour some water in, and as you do that you visualize the rain falling and bringing abundant growth back to that area. Now of course many plants end up being food for us, and so this helps you to choose wise food choices. So wear it when you're shopping to make sure that you're buying things that are really natural, which are going to be really nourishing to your body, and it also helps in the fight against GMO plants. Not only does moss agate help you to connect with plants, but it encourages you to get back into nature and to really start to resonate with nature. Nature works at such a slow pace, and can't we all just learn and benefit from slowing down a little bit more? As you learn to work with nature and resonate with its pace, it can really help you to work in harmony with this and stop any adverse reactions you might have to extreme weather or environmental pollutants. It also is really great for helping you connect with those earthy kind of deities and gods and goddesses such as Gaia, Pachamama, Pan and Green Man. So take your moss agate out into a great garden like this or into the forest and really feel their energy and let them show you how to thrive in this world. Hopefully this video has inspired you to want to work with moss agate in one way or another. Now before you do any major workings with the crystal, it's great to cleanse it and bring it back to its natural balance. Using different elements of nature are a great way to cleanse different crystals. And so because this one is such an earthy and abundant crystal, cleansing it with the element of the earth is great. Ideally placing it on the earth or burying it in the earth. If you can find some moss near some moss is perfect, and if you can take it into the wild, it will really savor that energy and draw that in, and you can use that energy and power later on. You also bring in other energies as well that can help, that correspond with this crystal and really further facilitate this. Whenever I'm working with moss agate, I meditate on the teachings of tortoise. Now tortoise teaches us some great things. Tortoise is one of the longest living animals and has been on this earth for a long, long time. Of course, tortoise is very slow, but he teaches us that as long as you're putting one foot in front of the other and taking small steps, you'll eventually get to where you want to be. He also encourages us to slow down, to pull our head in and go introspective and think about where we're going, to not just plow through. And in this fast-paced world, tortoise teaches a very important lesson, to occasionally pause and introspect and make sure that you are on the path that you want to be on. Now, plant-wise, I love to use oak moss, and oak moss is most readily available as an essential oil. This essential oil is not only grounding and really helps you get into that wildness kind of earthy feel, but it also has a bit of an erotic kind of scent to it as well. So it helps to bring out your wild side and bring out that real power and that sexuality and harness that energy as well. Astrologically, this works really well with Ceres, which has kind of got a very earthy energy and very nurturing energy, just as the crystal. So what you can do is work out where Ceres would be in the sky, and when you're meditating with your moss agate or doing any major workings, face that direction and draw down that astrological influence of Ceres, which is spelled Ceres.